And we wish I've been sharing the green room with this guy all weekend, and I think some of the ladies went in and stepped back out the door with fright. It's not that when we went into the green room earlier this weekend, before we started conference, it was up to the ceiling with new Christmas decorations. And they said, you really don't want to use a wee room in there? And we said, we must, because it's a holding room before you come on stage. But the last thing they couldn't move out was this guy, you know. So there you are. There's no truth in that this is our guys to get new Rotarians, by the way. So Andy, with great joy, we look forward to Dundee next year, and the baton is now yours. Wonder what's happening behind me here, you know? That's what Rotary's about. You know, as I'm going around their clubs, I'm saying, lighten up the Rotary. Hey. I've got a number of thanks to make, and I'll be as brief as I can. First of all, to the conference committee. Whitburn Club's not a huge club. We have 7 members on the committee that has organised this conference, been working for over 2.5 years, and all I can say to each member of that committee, and they know who they are, my heartfelt thanks, because we, I think, have worked extremely hard to deliver for this weekend, and I hope the product of that effort has been evident there. In particular, I would want to say thanks to the Chairman, Jonathan, because he has just been a complete star, and in my view, a future governor and district governor in the making. But hey, what he has gone through and the way he's organised things, absolutely fantastic. Jonathan, I owe you a great deal, and so does the club. But I also think so does everyone here. So thank you very, very much. And I too would want to thank all my club members present here. Some will be out on duties. They've worked their socks off this weekend. And, you know, everyone always come to conference if you're working and at the same time trying to see what you've paid for. But they have just mucked in. They've seen a gap. They've gone and done it. They have actually enjoyed working with each other, but they have greatly enjoyed working with all of you. And the stories I've been hearing in the evenings when I've been with them, just a great sense of fun, despite all the hard work involved. So my real thanks to all the guys present here and their partners who have also worked exceptionally hard on our behalf and on your behalf. So thank you to all of them. To each of you who have travelled here to be with us this weekend, I know some have had to leave early, and that's the nature of working life and other family commitments. I think we've had a lot of fun this weekend. I think we have learned this weekend. I think we have been moved. I think we've just had a jolly good time. The odd kind of questions folk have been saying to me since Friday, are you having fun? And I think, are you mad? And the same's been asked of Margaret. I think if you ask me that in about 20 minutes' time, I might go, whoopee, yes. But it's my question really is, have you had a good time? Because if you've had a good time, then I've had a good time, Margaret's had a good time, my committee have had a good time, because that's what it's about. It's about making sure everyone here has had a great time. In particular, I want to pay thanks to those who have travelled from further afield to be with us, and I'm thinking of the RI President's Rep, Robin and Wendy Brown, who have just been superb. Everything that I could hope for and wished for has been fulfilled. So thank you very, very much, Robin and Wendy. Also to RIBI President Peter and to Di King for their part they have played this weekend and their words to us as well. they have played an inspirational part in what we have been able to achieve this weekend. A couple of things I want to signal to you. In your pack, you should have had a little leaflet like this. The big dinner is something that every club, or even you as an individual, could do. I learned about this at the District 1220 conference 2 weeks ago, and I've just passed a batch of leaflets on to District 1010 for next weekend. So have a look at that, read it. It's very simple, but could do enormous good to everyone. Can I signal to you as well, if you have members leaving a club, we just heard Robin talk about membership. We have an e-club in District. I've heard of members having to leave clubs because of work commitments. Please do pass these people on to the e-club. We don't want to lose Rotarians. We need to grow Rotarians. So please do that for us and pass that message on. If, say, you've been happy, that's great. Fun, fellowship, learning, motivation, that's what it's all about. People often say to us before a conference, and Andy will face the very same, £40 or £50, depending on when you register. Hey, that's a lot of money. If I go to a show in the West End and I see something like Shine on Friday night, I happily pay 40 and more. When I look at the speakers you've got had this weekend and add all of that together, that's what we're paying registration fees for. So when you go back to your clubs, it's almost like getting ready for an election campaign. When you go back to your clubs and folks say, how was conference? Was it worth it? Tell them. Tell them from us, tell them from yourself. Because they need to be here. This is their conference as much as it is yours and mine. 13 clubs in this district decided not to send a single person to conference. Is it their loss or our loss? It's both. Because if we have a greater number of people, we can achieve even more. So please, let's try and make Dundee a huge success for Andy, but also for the district. We owe it to Rotary, we owe it to ourselves. I believe that we have had a super weekend. The fun and the fellowship has been there. A real buzz at meals and people talking and enjoying each other's company. So let's make sure we go forward for the rest of this year. Andy's out in San Diego in January, but Light Up Rotary is still what we will be doing until July. And that's something that when I come around your clubs or going to various events, I will keep reminding people about. It's our job to light up Rotary, to help to make the difference, and making the difference has been, as you know, our conference theme. So, as you've heard, travel safely. Thank you all, every single one of you, whether you're in Rotary or not, you're a Rotaractor, a global scholar, a visitor. You are a friend of Rotary, and if you are a friend but not inside, do consider joining, because that would help us. The last task I have got to do before people go off to lunch or get off down the road, give you my best wishes and close conference by the standard manner. Thank you.